What is happening, YouTube? How y'all doing today? It is Joe, just your average Joe, hanging out in the garage once again. We do have a few sales to go over. Seems like eBay's slowing down just a little bit, but I can't complain. Hopefully your sales are going well. Um, Again, if you haven't been with me before, my name is Joe, just your average Joe. Been reselling on eBay for about 8 years, give or take, full time. But I've been buying and selling stuff on eBay since 2000, so 25-ish years. Been around a while. Appreciate you hanging out. Appreciate you watching. If you have not been with me before, we typically kind of just address all the comments that folks are leaving on the channel, and then we kind of dive into what's sold, and we may get into topics that are relevant to what you're needing. Hopefully, I can drop a nugget that can help you out along your journey. Sometimes we just share sales and there may not be any nuggets that we drop, but hopefully this is entertaining for you. If you're listing, and listening to me in the background, I appreciate that. Any support is appreciated. Make sure you subscribe. Comment is one of the other best ways you can support the channel, is to comment and subscribe. So make sure you do that if you're watching. I'm going to go ahead and dive in. I don't have a whole lot to cover. No dramas happening. I don't have anything really to cover. If anybody has questions, though, any new folks that are any new resellers out there that happen to catch me in your algorithm, if you have any questions about how anything works with eBay, how anything works with sourcing, how anything works with packing and shipping, taxes, storing your stuff, networking with people, different niches, a situation you had on eBay that you'd like maybe another opinion on, or a way to maybe resolve it, drop it in the comments. I'm here to help. That's what I'm here for, is to help the best that I can, show you my journey as I go along my journey, hopefully entertain you a little bit along the way and drop some nuggets of knowledge to help you along your way, or motivate you to list things, because just like I need motivation sometimes, it's about list, you know what I mean? So let's go ahead and dive in and get started for the day. Appreciate you watching. First comment, actually a couple comments back from a day ago. I'm going to start filtering comments by newest, because I missed what's on my shelf. A couple comments from what's on my shelf. Oh, here comes, hold on, hang tight. I'll go get her. I'll go get it. No problem. Hey, Samira. Hey, does she want her McDonald's? Is she already in the car? Samira, don't forget your McDonald's and your drink. Girl, you can't be in here. Get out of there. You're going to get cat hair all over my stuff. Girl. 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 Ay, ay, ay. This cat. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. Cats all over the backpacks and stuff. I'll probably edit that out, or I might not. Y'all just have a little bit of time. Oh, my mic's over here. A little bit of time without me on camera. Sorry. All right, we had my daughter's friend stay the night, and so her mom just picked her up. So there's that. So anyway, what's on my shelf? Said I can't find the document, but just looking at impressions and whether I see my listings being linked to private mode in a browser gives me the impression that the more you list, the more people will at least see your items. I mean, that's facts. The more you list, the more people see your stuff. That's 100% a fact. That's why I always preach list, because you will get more traffic that way too. It's part of the algorithm. Associated items from reputable sellers who ship a lot of items regularly seem to pop up on those areas on the item page. You don't get sponsored spots at the top of the search results, but as a reputable seller, your items do appear higher in search. It's a number game. The more you have posted, the more likely a buyer to see your stuff, as those associated items are linked to item pages must be filled. Yeah, no, for sure, absolutely, I agree with that. So let me reply to that. No, you are 100% correct. List goes back to list. What's on my shelf also says I've been getting a lot of offers lately where people cut the price in half, which is laughable. I don't know if they expect me to counter, but because of the outrageous differences, I just decline and move on rather than enticing them to browse my store for multi-item discounts. Someone recently had the goal to offer $100 for a $400 item. The item, when compared to other sellers, was already $300 less. Facts, man. I had a camera up. Dude offered me for $50. Dude offered me $1. I'm like, get the out of here. Are you serious? Get out. No. So I get it, man. People are cheap, and sometimes when it's like a really, really low ball offer, like, come on, man. Like some of these Switch games that are going for $25, $30, $35 all day long, and they offer you $5. Man, I'll just reply back and counter them with, like, $1 off basically, and say stop being cheap, and just reply to them. It's just me having fun with eBay at that point. You know what I mean? Like, and the people on the other end that are just crazy doofuses. It makes me laugh. It gives me a smile. So I know it's not professional and this and that, and I don't care. I'm old enough at this point, and I don't want you to be a customer anyway if you're going to offer me $5 for an item that's, or $1 for a $50 item, or $5 on a $30 item that sells all day for $30. Like, come on, man. So I get where you're coming from. Totally get where you're coming from. So, and that's just my part of my entertainment on there sometimes with those types of people. And yes, I do type back to them, stop being cheap, and the offer back. Chance Dizzled. Appreciate you commenting, Chance. Appreciate you jumping in once again. What's good, Joe? Another great video. I sold a few more items. Nice. Selling stuff is always good. Really need to list a ton more so I can get on the holiday gravy train. Yes, because it's only lasting another 2.5 weeks and it's done. Really love your insight on the video and showing us what you sold. Looks like you're doing great. Things are okay. I mean, they've slowed down, but I also had I didn't have my promotions. My promotions and my discount ended last night, or yesterday, the 24th actually. So 25th. So yesterday, as of yesterday, today's the 26th. So I did notice a difference. Like yesterday, I had like hardly any sales. I have gotten a couple today already. I did turn the sales back on and the promotions back on. 5% discount with 5% promotion. So basically, I'm eating another 10% on top of the already 13% that eBay takes. But when your margins are really good and stuff, that doesn't really matter, in my opinion. But that's me. I know some people are like, that's outrageous, 23% give or take. Like, yeah, I get it. But if you want to move stuff, sometimes you gotta pay to play kind of thing. You know what I mean? So, and all depends on what niche you're in and what kind of stuff you have. Sometimes some people don't have to do any promotions and just pay the 13%, and that's great. My newer items, I just pay the 13%. My older items, I pay the 23-ish% because they've been sitting a while. But like all my new stuff, I don't promo and I don't take 5% off. So if something's up for like 30 days ish, give or take, then that's when it typically rolls into my next promotion. So if it's up there for more than 30 days, because I normally do my promos for 30 days a pop, then some of those newer items, sometimes I include them, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I wait for them to go 60 days before I include them in the next round of promotions and discount. But that's just method to my madness. You know, that what I do doesn't work for everybody. That's why there's no right answer or wrong answer with this stuff, man. It's whatever you choose to do. There is no rule book on all of this. So, but anyway, the video was very great. This video was very great. Only that sucked is the microphone you're using sucks. Damn, man. Even what's on my shelf said my microphone sucks. Does it still suck? Does it still suck? That sucks, man. Really? I don't know. I just bought this thing. Should I send it back then if it sucks that bad? Maybe I'll send it back. The other one was a cheap one from eBay, like $6 that I was using all my old videos. And that one, apparently, you guys never said a word, so apparently that one was fine. This one sucks, apparently, huh? All right, well, maybe I'll go down the rabbit hole of buying another one and sending this thing back. I'm still within my 30 days. Let me know after this video, because yeah, let me know. I know not having a mic at all is apparently pretty good too. I did hear that this new iPhone has pretty good audio pickup, so maybe I just go no microphone. The only issue is when I go way back there, I don't know how good it is without a microphone. So, um, um, the only thing that sucks using dangling donkey chains, but keep up the kitchen moderation regimen and these sales. Let's all ride the gravy train together. Absolutely. There's plenty of room at the top, man. Plenty of room at the top. Chance, thank you so much for commenting. Ringo the Dingo. I remember you, Ringo the Dingo. Howdy, Joe. This word you call tax, all about. It's been a while. Do I really need to get into tax stuff? I think you've heard me talk about the tax stuff before. I don't know if I want to get into all that. Pay your taxes, but claim as much as you can, even if it's in the gray area. We'll just leave it at that. How about that? That's my tax advice. Claim as much as you can, even if it's in the gray area. Claim it anyways. Yeah, that's all I got to say. So, but pay your taxes. Do pay your taxes, but try to pay the least amount as possible. That's what I got to say about that. So this is Joe Rice. This is Joe Rice. Welcome in, sir. Glad to see you posting videos again, Joe. I'm also Joe. Well, Joe, welcome, Joe. Hey, I don't, for some reason, I don't remember if you'd commented before. Maybe you were watching before, but I don't remember comment from you before. But thank you for commenting. My eBay store has been sitting dormant for most of 2025. Saw your video pop up, motivated me to get 20 listings up. Thanks, Joe. Hey, you know what? Keep pounding, sir. Keep pounding. Keep putting stuff up on eBay. Keep, trust me. My store this year versus last year, you'd consider it almost dormant, not quite, especially up till about through the summer. I wasn't doing a ton. Like I said, I did double sales last year than I did this year. So I get it. I get the demotivation sometimes, or other things happening, or whatever, life and priorities, and especially if you've got another source of income and you don't necessarily have to do this regularly. I get it. But it is always nice to have that extra cash if that's the case, and or if it is a full-time thing, to get back on track. Kind of like I'm doing now, or trying to do. I'm not going to say that but I'm definitely trying to get back, get my mind right and get back on track. It's always a work in progress, though, right? Yarina, how you doing? I talked too much and forgot to tell you, Yarina. I know. I guess that's too. I was too excited to see you come back and you remembered me. Happy Thanksgiving. No turkey here. We eat other stuff. Hey, nothing wrong with that. You know, yes, I remembered. It was, I figured from the comment in your name, it was Yarina. So I appreciate you. Welcome back. I plan to be back for a while, indefinitely, really. Maybe not quite as consistently as I was, but definitely a few times a week, if not every day of the week, kind of like I was. So I'm here. That's all that matters. Appreciate you hanging out once again. What's on my shelf? What's on my shelf? Let's see. Says placing the mic higher made it so the volume is slightly more than where you first placed the mic. Removing the filter didn't do anything except capture the plosives from the voice, unfortunately. I think the mic, from how you originally captured video, maybe it was straight off your camera. It wasn't straight off my phone. It was. I have upgraded to the new iPhone 17, so I know my old iPhone. The audio wasn't great, especially if I walked far away. Um, did a great job capturing your audio as you rummaged around the garage. Did it? I didn't actually watch the video as I was going through the garage. So you're saying even though I was way back there or around the other corner, you could still pretty much hear me? Well, then maybe I should just go mic list and return this thing. Sure, there were parts where it was lower when you dipped to the other side of the garage, but it was at least clear. The current mic makes you sound like you have a blanket over your mouth. I'm just lending my impressions. You do with the info you will, what you will. I appreciate the info, and with just like Chance Dizzle said, I guess the mic sucks. So the next video, I'm gonna go to no mic. So let's compare one last time because I even brought it, I think, a little bit closer. Is this good? And I'm gonna rummage around, and then we're gonna compare the next video, and then we can get a final synopsis of whether this is good, which will probably be Friday because I'm not gonna probably jump on tomorrow's Thanksgiving. And Yarina, happy Thanksgiving to you as well, by the way. I don't think I said that. What's on my shelf also says, let's reply. Mac, you good? Okay, what you doing? All right. The fluffy filter didn't improve the quality of the sound. I bet if I looked at the audio levels on the editor, it would show the volume peaking. Some mics automatically compensate for that. If you were using the camera mic prior, it probably had that. Your voice is deep. Okay. So yeah, I think that's how we're gonna fix this. We're gonna do this video with this mic closer now and see if it's any better for you guys. If anybody else thinks I'm having not audio issues, but just this isn't super clear and I sound a little muffled, drop it in the comments too. So we're gonna help the algorithm and you're gonna give me some feedback. So all of you that are watching, if you've watched this long, give me some feedback in the comments. Mic sucks, or I think the mic's fine. And then the next video, we're gonna go mic-less and use the phone the phone mic, and then we'll go round two and have you comment again in that next video. Mic sucks or sounds way better, kind of thing, and then that'll be our final test to know whether I should keep using this or not. Again, keep in mind the main reason I like this is because when I'm here with the phone, it's not bad. It's when I travel in and around, so I'll probably just do a walk around and talk, just even if I got to say test 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 as I'm walking, so you guys can hear me as I walk around my shelves around the garage, and then we'll get a better idea of how good or bad it is as I walk away. Obviously, with the mic, it shouldn't sound any different. When it's just the phone is when that's going to be more of a possible issue. I don't know. We'll find out. So, what's on my shelf? Got a couple more. Actually, these last two comments are what's on my shelf. Says, I wonder if the long history of people feeling nostalgic will translate to the young generation who is growing up with less and less physical games. Car licenses expire, cartoon licenses expire. It's all going to be tough to reprint some TMNT game. I grabbed Afterburner Climax as soon as it was downloadable on PS3. It turns out that there are jet licenses for the U.S. military, and Sega had to pay for that. Limited usage. Who knew? Right? I had no idea. But you're right. Everything's going copyright, digital, and all that. So unless you own the physical copy, it's hard now. I mean, the minute you stop paying for stuff, you lose it, like Apple Music and all this other stuff. Who knew? Well, the game was removed after a while because of the license expired. Developers and publishers can go defunct, making illegal legal for games. Games difficult. Some publishers may some publishers that are consistently active, like Nintendo, remove stuff because of the many reasons other than licenses, such as lack of interest, server costs, and just a whim. Yes. Okay. Can you tell me to give me about 5 to 7 minutes? I'm finishing up my video. All right. Most of all, it's the profit incentive just to make just so you may know that you could get $10 out of the item, which you see some marketplaces online. Doesn't mean that it's worthwhile to you. Heck, even at a game sale, you might know that you at a minimum have to pay $1 for something that you would only get $10 in the end. You might just leave that item there unless it's really worth really worth a slow day, week, month, or even year. Publishers might know they could make tens or hundreds of thousands of in licensing a game to reprint online, but they don't do it even when the technical work is done by another studio. There was pretty good interview regarding releases of PS1 games, PS3, PS4, etc., which I saw recently that reinforced how apathetic publishers are when it comes to making a few thousand or $100,000 facts. I agree with that. Yeah, it's going to be interesting how media goes as we go. It's all, I mean, we see it. It's all licensed. It's all attached to your account, and the minute you you stop paying, you lose it. You lose your stuff. So, and then the next one, it says, out of curiosity, you mentioned this is also what's on my shelf. You mentioned you promotion rate of 15 or 16 in past videos. I recall that the number, if I recall the number correctly, with 3K of sales and FVF around 13%. Wouldn't that mean that eBay takes nearly 30% of your profit, about 1,000? That's a lot of sacrifice. It's about 20 when you go into the sales dashboard. It's around 23%. It's around 23%, 23, 24% is what eBay takes when it's all said and done. That's after promotions, shipping in cases where I don't have shipping, where they don't pay the shipping and I'm paying the shipping. Um, Regular fees, and then I guess discount. I don't know if discounts are. I don't think they wouldn't be included in that because that's not something eBay takes. That's something I'm giving to the customer. But ultimately, yeah, because you got to figure 13% is like the standard, what 12.7 or whatever. So 13% is standard. Depending on your category, I think that fluctuates slightly. And then another 5% typically for promotions. So that bumps up to about 18-ish%. And then you got to figure not all of my items are shipping. So the deduction on shipping, another 5-ish% for shipping. So that bumps up to like 23%. So when it's all said and done, now granted, I do get some money back on shipping because if I charge 25 on an item and it only cost me 12, then I made out on that. Now that doesn't happen all the time, but it happens regularly where, an item I have for $8 shipping and only cost me 5 and change. So I made a $3 profit on shipping. A $5 shipping item, it cost me $4.74. Well, you do that enough times, it's a quarter pop for all these darn games I keep throwing out there. Dollars add up. So, but when it's all said and done, it's about 23% total, which I'm okay with. About a quarter of, not including my cost of goods as well. But I'm still over doubling my money on most items. Well over doubling my money on most items that I'm picking up. That's where it goes back to just making sure there's enough margin in the stuff that you're buying. So, yeah, I mean, I could do the standard, just flat 13%, not do any promotions, not do any, pass all the shipping to the customer, which most of the shipping is passed to the customer for me anyway. I'd say like 90%, 85% of all my items are shipping is the customer pays for. But I know for a fact I wouldn't get the amount of sales. Because I see the boost when things shut off and I forget after a few days. And I'm like, why am I not getting sales? And then I go back in, oh, my stuff ended. And I go and set it all back up. And then boom, I start getting pops again. And so, and then you can see the impressions bump up again, as soon as you turn those things on again. So anyway, what are you doing, Mac? You messing with the cat? Yeah, I know. She's in with my bags. I know. Terrible. All right. So let's move on to sales because My buddy needs my help across the street. So say, oh, I sold something else. Hey, I'll take it. All right, so we had a total of 5 sales now between yesterday and today. Not too bad. Okay. I've one, two. Okay, I'd sold a bigger item. I thought I wasn't gonna. This person hadn't checked out yet. Of course, it sold through promoted listings. Of course, it did. Um, so we sold a total of 7 items, actually 7 items. So I sold like 3 more things while I was on with you guys. 7 items for $421.41. So actually not too bad. I see turning on turning on those promos again. I was dormant last night, and then here we go. It's starting again. So 7 sales, 421.41. So let's pull these sales, and then I'll get out of here. We got Minecraft. Let's see. Minecraft sold for a whopping $22 plus shipping. 22 plus shipping. I've had this jersey forever. Picked it up for $1. Had it up for obviously too much money, and then I finally put the promotion on it. Well, redid the promotions yesterday, and it ended up finally selling because it had a little discount. Well, it's been on discount, but nobody's picked it up. So it finally sold last night for $75. So that's not too bad. Turning $1 into 75, can't beat it. And this is why I do clothes, because there's money in clothes. All these leaves, man. It is a soccer jersey, messy soccer jersey. New with the tag. There's the tag. It is a Jumpman soccer jersey, messy. Again, sold for $75 plus shipping on that. So there you go. I just put this up in the bundle from the old man. I told you guys I did the bundle deal with the old man. A Jabra headset was in there. I was like, let me look that up. You know, I bet that's a few dollars. Put it up for $22 because they've been selling. Sold overnight, $22 plus shipping for this little Jabra, and that's without that's just the headset. So, and it does work. The light did blink when I powered it up. Sold another Minecraft, and then Rivals. Minecraft and Rivals. Minecraft and Rivals. Outlaw the list. NASCAR Rivals. So sold this Minecraft for $21 plus shipping. 21 plus ship. Sold Rivals for 15 plus ship. NASCAR Rivals, 15 plus ship. The big sale was the Wii U with Madden. So let me find this Wii U with Madden. Black modded. I believe that's it right there. Black and modded. All right. Wii U should have Madden with it. Yes, it does. So this is an awesome system. Whoever's getting this got a hell of a deal, because whoever I got this from had it modded. It's got like Fire Emblem, Star Fox, Mario 64, Zelda. It's got a bunch of like 7 or 8 really good games, like really good games in the hard drive. And then of course I added just 2 filler games as well. So whoever's getting it, and they're playable. So they're playable. I got a new offer on something. They're playable. But anyway, Wii U. These sell for me all the time for about $180. This one sold for $175. Should have probably held out because it's got all the good games in it. But again, it's been sitting on the shelf for months, at least 2 months, maybe 3, and it's time to get rid of it. You know what I mean? Like, it's Christmas time. I'm not mad at it. So, 175 plus shipping on that one, and then the last one is Need for Speed. Need for Speed. Is he still over there? Okay. Need for Speed. Got it. Need for Speed Hot Pursuit sold for $20 plus shipping. So those are my 7 items. I'm gonna get these packed and shipped because my mail lady is gonna be here soon. So that's it for me today. Let me test over here. Well, actually, you'll know. The next video I'll walk around with just this mic, because this mic's gonna sound the same. So next video I'll walk around my garage and see how well the phone picks up on the audio, and you guys can give me feedback. But that's it. 7 sales. I got an offer on something else. I'll get that out Friday. So that's it for me today. Thank y'all for hanging out. Appreciate you guys. Make sure you comment, Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. If you enjoyed the video, enjoyed hanging out, you know, that's the best way to support us. Once again, thank y'all, and we'll see y'all Friday. Happy Thanksgiving. Have a wonderful, wonderful day with family, friends. That's what it's mainly about. Is just, you know, enjoying family and friends. That's I think the main thing with Thanksgiving in the modern day is just enjoying time with family and friends, a day off, and just celebrate together. I know there's people that uh, uh, feel that Thanksgiving is have different opinions on what the holiday represents. But I think to a lot of us at this point in our history, it's more about just enjoying time with family and friends. Is the best way, celebrating with family and friends and feasting. So because we don't do enough of that, I think a lot of us are scattered all over, and it's a nice day to kind of come together and be together from all over, and enjoy each other's company, because it's busy throughout the year. You know what I mean? All year long, it's busy, busy, busy. So anyway, that's all I got. Y'all enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll see y'all Friday.